Hey everyone, welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, my name is John Clayton. I'm a recovering drug addict and alcoholic, and I've been clean and sober since February 21st, 2021. And it's now February 26th. I mean, boy, am I lost on the dates. February 6th. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking. I, I can't. We can. We had convinced ourselves that we could make it alone and proceeded to live life on that basis. The results were disastrous, and in the end, each of us had to admit that self sufficiency was a lie. Basic text page 55. Sorry, basic text page 59. I can't, but we can. This simple but profound truth applies initially to our first need as NA members. Together, we can stay clean, but when we isolate ourselves, we're in bad company. To recover, we need the support of other addicts. Self sufficiency impedes more than just our ability to stay clean. With or without drugs, living on self will inevitably leads to disaster. We depend on other people for everything from goods and services to love and companionship. Yet self will puts us in constant conflict with those very people. To live a fulfilling life, we need harmony with others. Other addicts and others in our communities are not the only ones we depend on. Power is not a human attribute. Yet we need power in we need, Yet we need power to live. We find it in our power we find it in a power greater than ourselves, which provides the guidance and strength we lack on our own. When we pretend to be self-sufficient, we isolate ourselves from the one source of power sufficient to effectively guide us through life, our higher power. Self sufficiency doesn't work. We need other addicts, we need other people, and we live fully. We need a power greater than ourselves. Just for today, I will seek the support of the other recovering addicts, harmony with others in my community, and the care of my higher power. I can't, but we can. Yeah, that is so true. I mean, I know, like I've said this in many other um, videos that you know I wish that I went to more meetings than I happened to attend to, and or that I happened to go to. And again, it's not because I don't want to go. It's just not that I want to make up a whole bunch of excuses for myself, because I know the only one that can really change that is me. But I am so bad with my time management, and I'm dealing with some other issues that have to deal with my nervous system and my sleeping patterns and stuff. So but not that I want to get ahead of myself either. Because the great thing about this program is that for the first time in my life, I know that today I get to choose not to pick up. And the fact that I don't have any desire to use, and the fact that I don't want to die, I think, I still wonder sometimes, because, if it wasn't for that desire, I would be totally screwed. I would lose. I wouldn't win. I wouldn't have the strength if that desire was still there. But I think that's one of the things that helps me lose that desire is the fact that, I don't want to die. And I've had so many close calls that, I feel like I'm living on borrowed time, and I don't I don't, or I no longer, I don't want to take that for granted anymore. And I took so much for granted in my active addiction. And now today, because I've lost out on so much that today I struggle with not knowing what I know when I know absolutely nothing. Like, that makes any sense. I don't even know what I just said. I I don't know what I know when I know that I know nothing. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. But anyway, thank you for joining me, everybody. I appreciate all of you. If nobody's told you today that they love you, well, I love you. And you know what? It's Thursday today. I don't know why I looked at my wrist. It's not like I'm wearing a watch. I'm not. Um, it's Thursday today, so Thursdays is the one day that I try to get to a meeting at least every week. But I did make it to last week's meeting, and hopefully, it's my goal to make it to tonight's meeting. But I don't beat myself up if I miss it though, because for one, I'm not in fear of using, and two, I've got so many things on the go that and a couple of them is like this reading right now. I do this every single day with you guys. Same with the a spiritual principle a day, as well as the basic text and the Living Clean book. And however, though, it's been I think a couple of weeks since I've read out of those two books, but as long as I get the SPAD and the JFT every day, then that's what's most important. Anyway, we will see you all again tomorrow. Bye for now.